Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our channel, Paws On Animation, and our Paws On Manga segment.
And today we're covering the delicious and Dungeon Manga.
Now we wait impatiently for season 2 of the anime on Netflix. Yes, guys, we know it takes them a while, and they're working hard.
Yes.
We wanted to read the original manga and how close the anime has stuck to the story. But
before we start, be sure to like, subscribe for future and future podcasts and little pause videos.
Yes, and thank you so much for joining us today, subscribing, sharing our videos, commenting, everything you do on our journey. We appreciate you so much. Thank you. So, as you know, if you watched our podcast, we love Delicious and Dungeon.
Yes.
It is different. It is new. It is standout. It's fun. It's got Chill Chuck the Man. But we absolutely love this anime. But we really were curious as to whether it kept close to the original work.
Yes.
Or if it deviated, if it had some anime-only episodes and scenes. And by reading this, we got to find out. How many have we read so far?
We have read 8 volumes. We were over halfway through the series.
And there are 14 volumes altogether.
Yes.
This manga ran originally from February of 2014 to September of 2023.
Right, so it went on for quite a few years.
Yeah. So for those of you not familiar with Delicious and Dungeon, also known as Dungeon Meshi, it's a manga series written and illustrated by Ryoko Kui. And it is adventure and cooking, yes guys, and it does it fantastically, as well as a fantasy comedy.
Yes.
The anime itself is on Netflix exclusively, and it's directed by Yoshihiro Miyajima and written by Kimiko Ueno for the anime. It ran originally season 1 from January 4th of 2024 to still it finished.
Well, it took about almost half a year to air.
There's 24 episodes.
And it aired about 1 a week, so.
So, I guess the first core ended in June.
Yeah. I guess you could say that
because it looks, we know there's going to be a second season.
Yes.
But I don't think it's the second season. It looks like it's actually a second core.
It might be because it was a long season, so who knows? We'll find out. But as for the manga itself, as we said, we've read 8 volumes as of this recording and still continuing to read it. And funny enough, we read all the way up to and a little bit past where the first season of the anime ended. And really, for about 98% of the story, it is one-to-one.
Yes.
There's really no filler episodes. There's very little extra added. They've only taken out maybe a couple things they thought maybe either would take up too much time, or they've cut down a lot of dialogue because there's a ton of dialogue in here, or little mini scenes that they felt they didn't want to put in.
True.
So it's not stuff that really hinders it. It's just maybe some things people wanted to see, even if it was short.
True. And it did it so well. We love, like with MHA, when you read the manga, it's so close to the anime itself that when you're reading it, you can hear the characters and you're picturing it even as you're reading the manga. This is the same way. It's done that well. The bonus 2 things for the manga are, 1, the recipes are in a static form, so you can read it and laugh at the ingredients and what it tells you that its strengths and weaknesses are for the meal itself.
Yes.
And 2, you get to really see the reactions of these characters much better than you do in the anime that's moving so fast.
Yes.
And you can laugh hysterically at them as they sit on the page. And they can be as stupid as they want to be. And you can laugh as much as you want to laugh. And as hard as you want to laugh. Without restraints on time.
Right. And another thing we like is that there's also more time for us to read about the individual characters because they don't really have character bios, but they more or less tell you little tidbits of information on the characters or their species, how the world works, and they even have little bonus jokes and things at the end that they didn't really put in the anime. It's like their version of Juju Stroll and their little joke things that they have at the end. And they have so much in here that because the manga volumes are pretty thick, so you get a lot of content, little bonus material, little extra information or explanations, and fake recipes unless it's bread. and it helps make it even more enjoyable, especially if you're a big Dungeons and Dragons fan.
And it looks like you can kind of use those recipes to make real versions by substituting a meat for their meat. And if it says a dragon egg or regular egg, because I was looking at
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for someone to have a channel to take the Dungeon Manga recipe and make real life versions. Someone's gonna do it.
Yes.
I'm just waiting. It always happens.
Yes.
So when it does happen, we'll be watching it and telling you more about that. So this manga is really popular. It reached 11th place on the Oricon manga charts when the first volume came out. It has sold a lot of volumes between its release and now. As of March 2024, it has sold over 14 million copies.
Yes. Wow. It's a pretty big hit.
And yeah, and it was chosen as the 13th best manga of 2015 in the Book of the Year manga ranking of Da Vinci Magazine. So a panel at San Diego Comic-Con highlighted it's one of the best continuing series for kids and teens. And I would say that's actually because it's got innuendo. It's enough to get past the kids' senses.
Yeah.
And there is very little fan service, and what it is senshi.
Yes, which people really seem to love saying now.
And I think some people consider Phelan
Yeah, a little
is in
bit.
the dragon form because of the
Yeah, and they
chest.
and that's become a meme now when she does that and the reaction. Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, it's really clean. Have we even heard any cursing?
A little bit, and when they do heavier cursing, it's in different species language.
Yeah.
They know that, and Chilchuk says, there are enough curse words in this English language to curse you out. And he starts saying word things to him and all these different things. Like, I'm getting cursed out in Knowledge now.
And one of the best things about this book, now that you brought up Chilchuk, is we get to have learned the true story behind his marriage and his kids and him leaving home and all of that.
Stuff.
Now we know the truth. There is so much stuff online, and our clip is the most popular video on our channel with over almost 1.5 million views.
Somehow, yeah.
And now we know the truth about Chilchuk, and we can tell you authoritatively because we've read it. Yes, he was married. He's still married. He's not divorced.
To remember.
The wife left, but they're not divorced.
Right.
He does have 3 daughters.
Yes.
And the wife is living with the second daughter. She was living with the first. Now tell him why it's happened.
Okay, if you've already read the manga, you
And
know.
Marcel was the one to get the truth out of him.
Because Marcel, I think, is like really obsessed with him.
And she wouldn't leave it alone.
Okay, reason why is because he wasn't emotionally available. That is it. He wouldn't talk to her. That is literally it. When he comes back, like, that's it. That was the problem. And what's even funnier is that, in case you didn't see our podcast of the anime, JoJo has a gigantic fan base. His is the biggest fan base of all the characters, and everyone has one. But the thing is, a lot of women seem to really like Chilchuk. And they keep on this thing where he's divorced. And they keep saying he's divorced. He's divorced. And it's like, do you want this man so bad where you're willing to say he's divorced?
He's not divorced. And let's give you a little more background on not being emotionally available. And he explained to her that he invited some people from his job, including his boss. And he had told them some little fib about his wife. I won't disclose. It'll be a surprise in the book. And when they got there, the wife felt neglected because he kept saying all these things that kind of seemed like he was being insensitive.
Yeah.
But what he really didn't want is the boss and any of the people to like his wife. And he didn't convey that to her or explain it. So she took it a different way and left. And he says, I really don't know why she left. And Marcel went through this long explanation as to how she felt and why she left. And that if he really wants her back, he can go to her and she will return to him once he talks to her. And he's like, how did you figure all that out?
This is the funniest thing. And I guess you're getting more reveal as the manga goes on. You're going to see this in the anime when it comes out.
Now you find out more about senshi in the anime. Mm-hmm. That part that's in the book is revealed in the anime. But I think they deliberately left out Chilchuk's part.
Because
They
it's so
deliberately
much.
did it.
It's
You
so
know
much.
about the background, of course, for Laos and Fallon. And who else is a Marcella? You don't know hers yet.
Not
really.
as much. You see a little bit at the school, at least.
So we're looking forward to learn that in the manga because we haven't as yet.
Right.
So I want to bring up the anime one more time because if you've seen the anime and you're not sure if you should read the manga, well, the anime itself has gotten 100% out of 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. They're
No
still
way.
rotten, but they have. And you've got so many other reviewers and critics that have held it as being fantastic. So if you love the anime and you have read the reviews and they are very truthful, then you owe it to yourself to check out the manga. It is a great read. It looks great. The covers are beautiful, and the anime reflects the beauty of the covers. As we mentioned, you get a lot more detail and background you don't get in the anime, like a lot of manga do. And you don't have a lot of questions left unanswered like you do for the anime. So we're waiting for season 2 or core 2, whichever is going to be, to return, and we will do a covering of that core or season as well.
Yes.
So if you have read Delicious in Dungeon or Dungeon Meshi, let us know in the comments. Did you love it as much as we do? Have you tried making any of the recipes using real world ingredients?
Right.
Let us know if you haven't and you love the anime. Watch it if you haven't watched the anime yet and you're wondering should you give it a try. Read the manga and you'll be definitely jumping on Netflix to watch it. Come back and tell us what you think.
Yes. And if you don't already, subscribe for updates and reviews for anime series, anime shows, and all things animation.
Yes, and thank you so much for joining us today, sharing our videos, commenting, everything you do. As always, you are special. And we didn't give a shout out to the cast because if you go ahead and watch our covering of Core 1 or Season 1 Dungeon Meshi, Delicious in Dungeon, we give a cast shout out in that.
Yes.
So,
I'm Rest Entertainment.
I'm Mon Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.